What a game one, first of all. This is my instant reaction to Celtics Knicks game one. It was an incredible game to get that out of the way first. And my main thought is going into this series, I thought the Celtics would mollywop them. The Knicks got crushed every single time they played the Celtics through the first half. It was very much looking like that. They were down, I believe it was 15 or 16 points at halftime. It was 45-61, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. It was just not good. And then it was looking the same through the third quarter. I mean, the Celtics weren't scoring, but the Knicks really weren't taking advantage. And then it just clicked at the back end of the third quarter, and the Knicks just started scoring. The Celtics couldn't buy a bucket. I mean, you look at it, including overtime, the Celtics only scored 44 points after halftime. I know a lot of people are going to point out, hey, Boston missed a record-breaking amount of NBA three-pointers. They missed, and I'm looking at this now, it's still shocking me, 45 threes. Okay, they missed those threes. You know what you do when you can't hit a three? Drive to the basket. I blame the Celtics for this because they wanted to play their style, and their style was not working tonight. Could it work for the rest of the series and they could dominate the Knicks? Absolutely, but it just causes concern for me because I believe Tom Thibodeau is a really good NBA head coach. He may run his players to the ground, but they're going to play some good basketball while they're getting run to the ground. And the Knicks just took away Boston's three-pointers. They made them uncomfortable. They made them contested. And they left the guys open who weren't hitting them. Jason Tatum was hitting a couple really good ones. But I'm going to read after Jason Tatum, who also did shoot 4 for 15, not a good three-point night. You had Drew Holiday, 2 for 17. Derek White, 5 for 16. Jaylen Brown, 1 for 10. Sam Hauser, who left the game after only playing 4 minutes, 0 for 2. He left due to injury after colliding knees with, was it OG Anunoby. And then you have Al Horford, 1 for 5, and Peyton Pritchard, 2 for 5. That's just not good basketball. And I know you can point out, hey, we make our threes. When the going gets tough, you have to adapt. And it's why I haven't realistically thought the Celtics were going to win back-to-back this year. Because I didn't really think they were challenged on how they could play their basketball last year because they got very favorable matchups. And I'm not saying last year was a fluke. They were a very good team last year. But I'm saying I think this year is going to be harder because I looked at Cleveland. I think Cleveland can compete with them and take that ability away from them. I think Indiana is better this year and can do that against them. And then I look at the West. I think the Thunder are going to be the team out of the West. And the Thunder can just lock you down no matter what. So we look at all this. Boston just hasn't done that much impressive stuff for me. And it all results in they shoot too many threes. And when the going gets tough, they need to switch it up. They need to adapt. The willingness to adapt is going to help the Celtics immensely. But I do have some positives. And the positives are, man, the guards in this game kicked ass on the boards. Jaylen Brown, who is kind of a pseudo guard. He plays the three, but he's not the tallest. He has 7 rebounds. Derek White, 11 rebounds. Drew Holiday, 6 rebounds. Even Peyton Pritchard got into action with 3 rebounds. Then we go over to the Knicks, and Josh Hart, man, I have such a basketball crush on Josh Hart. I'm a Laker fan. When he was drafted by the Lakers, I was on him, and then I watched him play. I fell in love with. He's just an effort player. He has 11 rebounds. He didn't have the best shooting night, 5 for 9, 1 for 5 for threes, and I don't want Josh Hart taking too many threes, but he's such an effort player. And then it's just the Knicks capitalized on Boston's mistakes. Boston was missing too many threes. They were taking way too many threes and missing too many of them. They weren't driving. They weren't trying to get the Knicks in foul trouble. And that was a big story, is they got Cat in foul trouble in the first half. Second half, he really wasn't in it because they weren't driving to the damn paint. And that's where I will maintain this game lives and dies by. If the Celtics drove to the paint, they would have won. They had a big lead at halftime, and they could have a little bit coasted a bit more. But no, they settled for threes. And once you start missing, it's hard to get off the schneid, and the Celtics couldn't. The Knicks took full advantage of that. If I had to guess, I still think the Celtics will ultimately win this series. But I'm a little concerned because the Knicks took Boston's shot in the first half and then beat the tar out of them the second half. That's not a re-endorsement for this Celtics team, if you ask me. I still think Boston wins, but man, my hopes are not high for them.